Hey everyone, and welcome! Today we are going to totally master news report writing. Seriously, by the time we're done here, you'll have this super clear, logical system that will help you write an amazing report every single time. Ready? Let's jump right in. So let's be real. Why does news report writing feel so tricky sometimes? It's a common feeling, and I bet it's not because you're a bad writer. Not at all. It's usually just that the structure feels a little confusing, right? And it's so easy to slip up and start telling a story instead of just reporting the facts. And, those little challenges? They lead to the most common mistakes. Things like getting the sequence of events all mixed up, or, and this is a big one, forgetting those crucial 5 Ws. But guess what? Today, we're going to fix all of that. We're going to give you the tools to avoid those traps for good. Okay, so first things first, we've got to build a solid foundation. Let's get right into the basic rules and figure out what a professional news report really is. It really all comes down to this simple definition. A news report is a formal piece of writing that informs people about a real event by presenting the facts. That word, inform, is everything. It's not about entertaining, it's not about telling a dramatic story. Its one and only job is to deliver the information, plain and simple. Okay, check out this comparison because it draws a really clear line in the sand. A report? It presents facts. It does not tell a story. It follows a strict structure. It doesn't express feelings. If you can just keep this one idea in your head, it's going to be your best guide to staying objective and on track. And a huge part of presenting those facts starts with the famous 5 Ws. You know them: who, what, where, when, and why. Your opening paragraph has one single mission. Answer those 5 questions. Nail that, and you've already got a super powerful start to your report. Seriously, it's that important. All right, next up, formal language. This one is a total game changer, I promise. You've got to avoid personal stuff like I or we, and definitely stay away from emotional or dramatic words. Think of it like a language upgrade. Instead of saying big, try significant. Instead of helped, use assisted. Little changes like these, they make your writing sound so much more professional, instantly. Okay, get ready because this is probably the most important part of our entire chat today. This is the master blueprint. The exact step-by-step structure you're going to follow every single time. This is where the magic really happens. And here it is, your 8-step blueprint. You start with a great headline. You move through the key details of the event. You add some quotes, and you finish up by looking at what's next. I really want you to burn this order into your brain. It's a perfect, logical path that guides your reader from start to finish. And you can see why this works so well, right? It creates this perfect, logical flow. First, you announce the big news. Then you add the details. Then you explain how it happened, you back it up with evidence, and then you talk about the impact and what's coming next. See how each step just naturally builds on the last one? It's brilliant. Okay, so theory is great and all, but let's see this thing in action, right? We're going to take that blueprint and build a sample report together step by step. This way, you can see exactly how it all works in the real world. So for our example, we're going to use a super common school topic, a news report about a charity event. This should make it really easy to see how all these rules and that structure we just talked about apply to something you might actually have to write. Step 1, the headline. 2 simple rules here for a great headline. First, use the present tense. It makes the news feel immediate. Second, use a strong active verb. You want it to be direct, punchy, and grab your reader's attention right away. The headline. Let's look at this one. School charity event raises 75,000 rupees for community support. Notice a couple of things here. The verb raises is in the present tense. That's a classic trick for headlines. It makes them feel immediate and active. It's strong, it's direct, no fluff. Just the most important info right up front. All right, moving on to step 2. This is that super important first paragraph. Our one goal here is to summarize the entire event by packing in all 5 Ws. All right, now for that super important first paragraph. Let's break this sentence down and check for our 5 Ws. Who? Green Valley School. What? A charity fundraising event. When? On 10 March. Where? In its auditorium. And why? To support underprivileged families. Boom! It even throws in the key result. All 5 Ws are there. That is a perfect opening. Great, let's keep building on this. We're moving into the main body of the report. Now, I know this is where a lot of people get tripped up, but don't worry, we're about to make this crystal clear. Okay, here it is. The single biggest mistake I see. People start talking about all the preparation right away. Nope. The main event paragraph is only about what happened on the day. Think food stalls, performances, who showed up, all the how we got ready stuff, that comes later. So the logic is actually super simple once you see it. First, paragraph 1, the main event, what actually happened. Then, paragraph 2, the background. This is where you talk about how it was all prepared, and you follow that up with a nice direct quotation from someone important. Okay, you've got the structure down. Time to put pen to paper, or fingers to keyboard. Go ahead and pause right here and write those 3 paragraphs for your main body: main event, background, and quotation. So following that golden rule, our next paragraph is all about the main event itself. See, we're describing the food stalls, the crafts, the performances. We're giving key details like how many people came. It's like a snapshot of the day, exactly as it happened. And now, only after we've described the event, now we can get into the background. This is where you tell the story of how it all came together. The student council proposing it, the 2 weeks of prep. You see that perfect logical order? Event first, background second. Every time. Okay, next up, we need to add some credibility. And the best way to do that is to include a direct quote from someone important, like the school principal or an organizer. It just makes your report feel way more authentic, like you actually did your research. Here's a fantastic example. This initiative demonstrates our commitment to social responsibility, said the school principal. Notice the professional language. Words like initiative and commitment. It's not emotional or over the top. It's just a solid, authoritative statement that makes your report more believable. We are so close to the finish line. Now it's time for the conclusion. And we want to write a conclusion that's powerful, one that looks to the future, not just ends the report. A really strong conclusion does 3 specific things. First, it gives the current status. You know, what's happening now with the money that was raised. Second, it talks about future plans. And third, it offers a helpful suggestion or recommendation. Nailing this part really shows you know what you're doing. Okay, you know the drill. This is the last time, I promise. Pause the explainer and write that final concluding paragraph. Let's check out the model conclusion. See how it ticks all 3 boxes we just talked about? Funds will be donated. That's the current status. Plans to organize annually? That's the future. And that little bit about promotion? That's your constructive suggestion. Perfect. Now, to help you get that professional flow, here are some really useful starter phrases. Think of them like cheat codes. Using things like the program featured or according to the principal just instantly levels up your writing and makes it sound so much more formal and authoritative. You officially have the complete blueprint for writing an amazing news report, so go for it. Write with discipline, write with purpose, and write like a journalist. You've totally got this. If this guide helped you out, please hit that like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Nessalingua for more tips to help you succeed. Thanks so much for watching.